Today is Sunday. It's a beautiful day all around. Had a wonderful service this morning and had this little inspiration to make a short video. But this one is going to be somewhat of an unusual occurrence because this morning I spoke about family. And there is something about family or families that is depicted clearly in the Word of God. And how we portray our family or train our families and how much they adapt to the training that you give them has a lot to do with what's happening in the world today. This portray of a 3-generation family, 4 generations actually with me in it, is somewhat of a close sentimental indulgence. You see me holding over there my first great grandson, named after his father, Jemiah Brashan Jr., who was born August 12th, 2012. His father, standing right next to me, who was born July 4th, 1994. And that was very interesting that he was born on the day when we were celebrating a very important national holiday here in the United States, the 4th of July. And of course, his brother, who looks a little shorter than himself, is holding his first son. That's Andrew. And Andrew is holding his son, Cavell Isaiah. Andrew was born in November 29th, 1992. So this is November. We're getting close to his birthday. And a lot of times we don't get around to celebrating Andrew's birthday because there are so many holidays. You have the Thanksgiving holiday, people travel after they spend a time of celebration, then they headed back to their homes if they have traveled to other family members. And sometimes we do not get a chance to celebrate Andrew Javante, 29th of November. But I want to wish you a very happy birthday in this tape, Andrew. I visited my son, who is standing on the far left with his left hand, hand on his son's shoulder, Andrew's shoulder. Seemingly their shirt are almost the same color. And I visited my son at his workplace a few Fridays ago, and I was surprised to know I met Jemiah there. And Jemiah was so excited to see me as I was excited to see him. I never got so many hugs from any one of my grandchildren that I got from Jemiah that day. And I came back overwhelmed with joy. He even went as far as to purchase a watch for me and gave me a pair of shoes that he actually had taken for his father, and his father does not want to wear it. It doesn't fit him or something. It may be too small for his father. So he gave it to me. Now I want to let everyone knows it's a real blessing to have descendants, not only children, but boys who actually will carry on the name and the bloodline directly. And I thank God for it. I am sure my father would be very, very proud. Now, bear in mind, I love all my children. They may not even realize how much I love them, but every day, morning and night, I pray for them. That's the best I can do. They are healthy. They are striving economically. They are living a life that is to a great extent respected. And I appreciate that. Thank you all. Junior, Andrew, Jemiah Jr., and Cavell Isaiah. May God bless you all. I will carry on this because there's something more I want to add to this recording. Well, nobody fills my heart with joy like Jesus, that's for sure. In a little while, I'll be gone home. In a little while, we're all going home. We shall cross the billows foam. We'll cross over.
We shall meet at last when the stormy winds are past. In a little while we're going.
How will you remember me? There's so much that you
Rest
will be thinking about.
from every care. In a little while we're going.
In a little while, I am going home. What about you?
In that city bright and fair. In a little while we're going home.
But I want to recognize Vinton Martin, born August 27, 1966.
We shall meet at last when the stormy winds are past.
With 4 sons.
We're going home.
Vinton Martin Jr., October 6, 1995. Benai, March 6, 1997. Matthew, 7th of July, 2002. Spencer, November 7th, 2004. But remember, we have the first of the family, Ingrid Joy Marie. We can't forget her. 15th of April, tax day, 1965. Then there was Georgia. 13th of March, 1968. 2 daughters, Chanel Iona, April 17th, 1993, and Chandra Imani, May 10th, 1998. Marie J.A. Bicknell, March 16, 1971, just about the time when I got saved. Then she brought forth Mario, July 11, 1992. Then there was her first daughter rather, Tahila. M.P. Bicknell. Joshua, who loves my daddy's song, E.M. Bicknell. 12/11/06. Her birthday's coming up very soon. John Patrick, who acts like he rules the family. March 21st or March 20th, 08. In the month when his father was born. February. Here comes Leonard A. Jr. February 19th, 1973. He's the big man of the lot. Father Andrew Javante. 11/29/1992. Jeremiah Bashar. 4th of July, 1994. Then there is Brashan Jr. and of course Junior went on to having Aubrey Alexis Grant, Abigail Alexa Grant. Then comes Ezra Nathaniel Grant. In a little while, we all will be going home. I haven't seen my last daughter, Vonnet Lenora Grant, now Brown, who was born on the 5th of February 1974. Jordan Michaela, her first daughter, and the last, as far as I know so far, was born January 2nd, 1995. If there's a grandchild that has had contact with us, myself and her grandmother, is Shayla. But I haven't seen them in a long time. But my anchor holds. It has gripped the solid rock. And in times like these, when you don't have your family around you to encourage you or help you in some kind of way, little things just to cheer, like when I was down by Junior a few weeks ago, and the little ones were not the only ones that I enjoy. There was Jemiah, and I enjoyed him just as much as I did the three little ones, Aubrey, Abigail, and Ezra. But let us all be very sure that your anchor holds and you grip the solid rock, Jesus Christ, before it is utterly too late. We come into a time that I have never experienced in my whole life. You hear of people dying day after day, hospitalized. Some get a chance to say goodbye to their parents, their grandparents, or their grandchildren, or great-grandchildren, or wife, or sister, or brothers. It's really a privilege these days if you are able to say goodbye to your loved one. We've got to be sure this message is only directed to the ones here who are part of my immediate family. I may not get a chance to say this to you again, but bear in mind, I have made my calling and my election sure. I still enjoy the beautiful songs that I've heard for many, many, many years, over and over. Some of them I have learned how to sing them. Still learning. This is a time when everyone must make sure your calling and election sure, because everyone that is upon the face of the earth is responsible for themselves to make sure that eternity is secured. You may not be rich in this world's goods, like myself, for instance. You may not be a top person in your education, but you can have one thing that nobody can take from you, and that is a security in the love of God. So make sure. Listen to the singing of the angels and make sure. May God bless you and help you. As we close out this little narration, may the Lord lead you God can feed us. Blessed Jesus. He has paid a great price for you and for me. We belong to God. Recognize that all souls are mine, he says, but the soul that sinneth, it shall die. Don't worry about me. I know you don't. To a great extent, most of you do have a thought about me sometimes. And that's wonderful. Blessed Jesus. God will hear you if you pray.